Today is Throwback Thursday, but we're not going to be talking about anything throwback today. Instead, I have some entertainment news to talk to you about. First off, we have the fact that James Gunn and Ben Affleck have sort of this thing where they had talked. Well, Ben Affleck's statements are not coinciding with what James Gunn said. And then we have to talk about the fact that Wonder Woman and Shazam may both be going forward in the DCEU. Then there is Antman and the Wasp. Quantumania was leaked online, and because of this, Marvel is going to be suing some people for it, and how this could actually change things. Now, then last we're going to have as a topic, we're going to have Smile 2 is on its way. And I'm kind of excited about for that. So let's jump into it. So our first topic today is the whole James Gunn possibly lying about Ben Affleck wanting to direct a Batman movie. And we have to look at this a little bit different because Ben Affleck said a while back, and this was a while back, mind you, that he had lost the passion to play the character and didn't want to do it anymore. And that hasn't really changed. Now, James Gunn said that he talked to him and that he was excited to be a part of their creative team and direct a movie down the line and all this. And then Ben Affleck does this interview where he says that he respects James Gunn and really likes the guy, but doesn't see himself doing a project. He doesn't want to step back into that universe ever again. And I see it. I see it both ways. Maybe the fact that, he did talk to James Gunn, there was some excitement level there, but ultimately, at the end of the day, he can't make himself go against what he sees happening to the fandom and the different things. He doesn't want to be involved in the split that's happening between the fandom, because every time that James Gunn overexposes what he's going to do and what he's going to have planned, there is a small percentage of fans that are actually going crazy, that want the Snyderverse restored so bad that they are basically ready to lynch our friend James Gunn. They're ready to take him and lynch him rather than have him ruin the DCEU. And the only person that can write it is Snyder. And that's what I see a lot of times online from a certain little point, from a certain little group of fans. I see this talked about. And so this type of thing adds fuel to that fire. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. On one level, James Gunn overexposing and revealing that he did talk to Ben Affleck, and maybe Ben Affleck is going to be a part of their creative team. We don't know quite how far or how much they actually talked, but the fact is they talked and there was some excitement going on there. Enough that James Gunn was like, hey, he probably wants to direct for us. He seems really excited for that. And maybe he wants to direct for them, but isn't going to be a Batman series. And maybe that's what he's talking about. Is it going to be the Batman films? Maybe he's got something else in mind down the line. But the whole Snyderverse thing and everything that happened with that kind of poisoned Ben Affleck against playing Batman, not to mention the personal problems that he had in his life at the time. Sometimes what the actor says isn't always fully what they said, but it has been cut or edited for the sake of the paper or magazine or online site that is reporting it. Their job is to sell you something. Their job is to sell you media. And sometimes when they're doing that, they have to kind of make it sound more dramatic than what it is. It's quite possible that he had a lot more to say. And until we would hear something else, we don't know if this is true. Now, I don't see him directing a Batman movie ever again. I think that's what he was saying in this article. I think he was actually saying that he wasn't going to direct a Batman movie ever again because he has lost the passion to do that. Now, as far as being an advisor, because he does love comic books, as far as possibly directing another thing sometime down the line, maybe that is still on the table. And that's why James Gunn would say that. James Gunn has said he would never lie to the fans. And lying to the fans and misinterpreting the excitement when you're talking to someone, when you're oversharing as much as James Gunn, is one of those things that can possibly happen. Now, only time is going to tell how this whole thing plays out. But let's move on to our next topic. And our next topic is Wonder Woman in the DCEU. Gal Gadot has been shown in the commercial. And being that Gal Gadot has been shown in the commercial in this whole trailer, we know that her part exists. And we also know that James Gunn and his group have decided that they are going to do a series about Wonder Woman's island and the different Amazons. So we're going to be getting more on that. And being that they have just released some magic into the DCEU, it's safe to say that Wonder Woman and Shazam will probably both be safe, as the guy who plays Shazam, Zachary Levi, has actually said that he would be offended if he wasn't asked to come back, because he needs to be asked to come back because he is a close friend with James Gunn. And that's kind of the thing. It's not even so much that he's a close friend. It's that magic was just revealed in the Shazam movies, and it's new to the whole DCEU with the way James Gunn is going to open up phase 1. Magic should play a big part of that, and somewhere down the line there will be more Shazam. And he's said before about Gal Gadot not being fired, so I think it's also safe to say that Gal Gadot will return as Wonder Woman. Now, on to our next topic. Okay, so Antman and the Wasp Quantumania had some leaks that went on. And these leaks may have cost it money at the box office because the entire script was leaked on Reddit and leaked other places. Well, the team at Marvel is not taking this lightly. They're kind of sick of their movies being leaked. And they are actually looking to sue and put in jail these people who have been leaking their movies online. And it's within their rights to try to do this. And I, for one, am actually sort of in favor of this, because how many times do you go and see a movie and you have had leaks, you have had spoilers? I think that it is time that some of these Reddit places do in fact need to respect the guidelines put forth. You can't do that until the review embargo has been released. It's been lifted. And then you could go in and do what you need to do. But until then, you risk spoiling things for people who don't want spoilers. You risk this whole thing. And I get sick of seeing it happen in movies like Scream, in different Marvel movies, like the whole thing with Spider-Man Far From Home. In Spider-Man Far From Home, that entire script was leaked online before anyone ever saw it. And a lot of people did get spoiled. I managed to stay out of the spoilers, but I was spoiled on the fact that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire would be coming back. I was spoiled on that. And I didn't want to be. And I think that Marvel has the right idea to try to put an end to this online thing where people go in and spoil movies, because I think it's the way of the future that online is going to constantly be there. So it needs to be regulated in terms of things for movie fans and TV show fans. You don't want your favorite TV show or your favorite movie spoiled by some online Reddit user or some online magazine or anything like that. You want to be able to go in and see what you are wanting to see. And so with them doing this, I think this could prove to be a lot bigger than we realize. And I'm kind of wanting to see how this goes down, how far they will take this, and what the outcome ultimately is going to be. And now let's move on to our last topic. And our last topic is the movie Smile is apparently getting a sequel. Now, I'm kind of excited about the Smile movie getting a sequel, not because I particularly loved the Smile movie. I liked the Smile movie. I thought it was a good movie. However, it kind of, to me, felt like a lot of other things I had seen. Some of this stuff was very original, and the monster in the movie, this whole thing with a monster in the movie, this demon or whatever it was, that was intriguing. And that's where I want to see them explore some more. So when they announced that the movie will be getting a sequel, that's where I'm hoping they're going. And I'm kind of excited to see if it is. So let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Make sure you're hitting that like button. It's free. It helps the channel and we appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, make sure you're hitting that notification bell as well. And then friends, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. At the end of the day, fandom is family.